Hello everybody, welcome. We are here at Animal Kingdom and the holidays are officially over. Just apparently not at Disney yet. Not quite ready at Disney. They did this. Yeah, they did this last year. A lot of the holiday stuff stayed all the way up until almost February last year, but technically the holidays are over. We'll see what happens if it's like that again inside. I have a feeling all the decorations are still going to be up, but it's kind of a little weird. But we're going to also see if the crowds are still here. I'm hoping that the crowds are all gone. And we're just going to have a fun time in Animal Kingdom. We really haven't just kind of gone to Animal Kingdom other than for holiday stuff for a while. So we're going to go in there and let's see what we find. Okay, it is pretty crowded right here. A lot of people on their way out. Now, this is the weekend coming up here is a Run Disney weekend, and usually during a Run Disney weekend, it's one of those, it would not be super crowded here weeks if it were not for a Run Disney event. So they actually plan their Run Disney events around weekends that would have normally been not super crowded. And so that brings tons and tons of people into the area for these Run Disney events. And usually on like the Thursday or the Friday before the Run Disney events. Some of the Run Disney events actually start on Thursday and Friday, but there's different races on Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. And so you get tons and tons of people on those days. And that's what's happening right now. So even though the holiday crowds are sort of gone, the Run Disney crowds are back. See that they still have a lot of the Christmas merch out. They really drag out the Christmas here at Disney because it literally runs from November 1st. So the day after Halloween all the way through to February. That's basically 3 months of Christmas. If you think about it, that's a long time. So usually by the time we are at the end of the Christmas holiday season, we're kind of ready for it to be gone because it's and I love Christmas. I'm a huge Christmas fan. But by the time anything new here, let's see. But by the time it's over, it's been 3 months of solid Christmas. So yeah, what's this? This looks new. What is it? I can't tell. Yeah, I don't know. Those are super cute. I can't tell if they're Coco or not. I'm gonna maybe guess that they're Coco. Well, other than those ears, I haven't really seen a whole lot of new stuff in here. Still, like I said, holiday merchandise out. And by the way, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I see her in line over there. She's definitely getting those ears. I mean, they are neat. I'm still not 100% sure. Are they Coco? I can't tell. She says they definitely are. They have like a butterfly. I mean, it does look like kind of the colors and... What'd you get?
Coco ears. He doesn't think they're Coco, but they definitely are. They definitely are.
They kind of look like them to me. I just couldn't tell. How much were they?
I didn't even pay attention.
You didn't even pay attention?
No.
They need to have more food locations at Animal Kingdom. I'm just gonna go on the record and say it. They need to have more food locations at Animal Kingdom in the evening hours. During the daytime hours, I feel like they have a decent amount, but at nighttime, there's like 3 places to eat, maybe. If that. I mean, there's little, like lots of little booths and kiosks with like food, Flame Tree Barbecue, Yak and Yeti, and Satuli Canteen over in Pandora. I think those are the only 3, like, I mean, there is like Tiffin's, I guess. There's the fancier restaurants too, I guess. But like, they need to have more like quick service. And just as I was saying that, I realized that this Anandapur local food cafe area right here is open. They have like some different types of cuisine right here. We don't usually eat here, but they have things like, what did they say? What's it say? Honey sesame chicken, Kobe cheeseburger, fried chicken sandwich, rib tips. So similar types of food that you would find inside the Yak and Yeti restaurant, just to go. So that's good. Now that I realize that's open later, I feel like that's not normally open late. I'll have to pay attention to that. Because now that I know it's open later, I might have to grab some food there next time when I'm looking for something to eat later at night. And that was funny. We were just walking by the show where like kite-tails and stuff is over there at Expedition Everest. And there was all kind of people sitting in the amphitheater area. And so I asked the cast member, I said, is there a show tonight? Is there some sort of show? There's a lot of people sitting in there. She said, oh yeah, she said there is a lot of people sitting in there. It's just because you can just sit there now, since it's not being used. She said, there's no show. She said, people were just sitting there. She said, probably at least half of them think there is a show. And then she laughed. So that was kind of funny, because it's so true. People just do things because they're like, oh, there's other people sitting here. That means there probably is something here. I just thought it was funny that she said that. But there is no show. No show on the water. I just wanted to clarify that because I was also confused. It's like, why is there so many people sitting there? Look who we got over here. This little photo opportunity. Look. It's Chip and Dale. And they're in dinosaur costumes. Rawr. Donald's Dino Bash. And then right next door, for some reason, there's still Christmas stuff up. I don't know why. Well, I've not actually seen them here before. Usually I see Donald, but I haven't seen Chip and Dale hanging out here. All this is going to be gone soon. I'm not going to be here much longer, I think. It's going to be gone. So I'm going to go through this store. I like this store. We actually always walk through here on our way to Dinosaur if we're coming from that direction. And I actually got a decent amount of stuff in here. Like good stuff that I want to eat usually. Hey, how's it going? Definitely still got the Christmas decorations up in this store for sure. So there's basically no loss of the Christmas merch or stuff at this point. So that's good news for anybody who maybe is wanting to come down here a week or two after Christmas is over and still get a little bit of a taste of what it was like. It's not going to be the full experience, but they have some of it.
Lena put this on my head. It's actually, she had to stuff my head into it. It's way too small for my head. So if you have a big head, you won't be able to fit it. I have a big head. But look, it's cute. It's very cute. Actually,
how much is it?
It's squeezing my brain though.
35.
35.
We just ran into our friend Beth at that shop back there from Cincinnati. Like, she lives in Cincinnati. We just saw her at Winterfest when we were at Kings Island. And now we literally just ran into her in the store over here in Dinoland. What's up with that? Hey, Beth. It was good to see you. I'm sorry that you have to go back to Cincinnati in the freezing cold, but hope you enjoy your trip down here. And I'm sure we'll see you at Kings Island again. They finally got rid of the hedge bushes, like the hedges, and did I say hedge bushes? They had these like tall like walls right here with like bushes on them, like almost fake hedges, but they finally got rid of them. Now you can actually see in there. And they got the water in there. It looks all pretty and clean. No more horrendous, painful thorn bushes, which is what they used to have here. Now it's just like little plants. So that's an improvement, as long as they can keep people from jumping out of the water, which is why they put those there to begin with. But it's all gone now. Same here. All these like little plants and bushes. It looks better. So let's head on into Dinosaur. We came over here to Dinosaur and wow, I'll tell you what, when you have to go all the way back here in this line, I mean, let's just see how far back we're going here. When you have to go all the way back here, you know it's a long wait for Dinosaur. Very long wait. Yeah, wow. You know, I've only actually been back into this little area back here like maybe 3 or 4 times total in my entire existence of coming to Disney. Like, did you even know there was all these turnstiles back here? Like, look at all this back here. And I've seen this full. That's when it's really bad. If it's full like that, time to go. Well, look at all this back here behind Dinosaur for the queue. Did you even know this was here? Like, I'm curious. I'm going on a little adventure, a little walk back here. I wonder what's over there. I see like a fence, and there's something on the other side of it, but I can't see what it is. I want to know, but I'm not going to go over there because I don't want to get banned. Yeah, this is a long walk. We're really going back here. Really going back here. Well, I'll be honest, this did not take nearly as long as I thought it was going to take. We've been, I mean, we're not in there yet, and there is a pre-show, and then there's a line after the pre-show, but we've only been in line for maybe 7 to 10 minutes, and we're already in here. So that's good. I mean, it does depend on how many of the Lightning Lane people there are over there, people with the Genie Plus Pass. So depending on how many people go in, that will slow us down, but I guess there just hasn't been a ton coming in right now. So we're moving pretty good. I'm digging this. I'm glad. I really did think we were going to be in line for 45 minutes, but it's only been like less than 10. So.
Hello there. Welcome to our little trans-dimensional joyride, folks. I'm Dr. Seeker, your friendly controller, and a heck of a paleontologist, if I do say so myself. Okay, now, let's go get that dino. Computer, what are you tracking?
Styracosaurus.
Not our dino.
Warning, meteor shower in range.
Just little one.
Oleoramus. Hadrosaur. Raptor.
Time to get serious. Locking autopilot on homing signal now! Hang on! I'm tracking a big dino on the scope. Could be ours. Computer, full stop. Identify.
Carnotaurus.
Definitely not our dino. Go, go, go! Another big guy coming up. Computer. Slow and identify.
Sauropod.
Still not our dino, but at least this one's a vegetarian.
Asteroid impact in 90 seconds.
We better move it.
Pterodactyl.
Incoming!
Asteroid impact in 60 seconds.
We can't stop now! Keep going! Keep going!
Compsognathus.
Computer, what's happening?
Loss of traction.
Four-wheel drive! Move it!
Warning, meteor strike.
Evasive maneuver! Left! Right! Left! Right! That close. Computer, now what?
Carnotaurus.
That's it. Abort mission. Abort! Abort!
Iguanodon.
Forget it! Get them out now!
Asteroid impact.
Brace yourself! This is it! They're not gonna make it! They're not gonna make it!
Mission accomplished.
You made it! I knew you would, and guess who made it back with you? I better find it before security does. Thanks for everything!
So we're at Expedition Everest. When we walked by, earlier it said like 65 minutes, then it changed to like 45 minutes, and we were like, you know what? Let's come back till it's almost closed. We'll see what happens. What happened?
5 minutes.
Walk, maybe not even 5 minutes.
Yeah, 0 minutes.
5 minute walk just to get to the
Yeah.
Yeah.
front. But it's really walk on.
Totally walk on. So
It's 7:45. So 15 minutes is there.
Expedition Everest, we could probably ride this 5 times in the next 15 minutes. Well, that was fun. We ended up riding it twice in a row. We were in the back both times. They weren't doing row requests for the front, so we ended up doing the back both times. Worked out. Front of the back on that. That's the way to go. I prefer the front row, but if I can't get the front, back row all the way. And it was a blast. I love that ride. It's so much fun, especially at nighttime. I feel like it goes so much faster, even though it goes the same speed, but it just feels faster. And no wait. This Joffrey's location on the way out of Animal Kingdom. This is the last stop. Most of the times when we come to Animal Kingdom, we always stop right here and get a drink on the way out. But this Joffrey's. And sometimes we come out so late that it's closed and we want to cry. Well, that ended up being a pretty fun night.
Yep.
Had a lot of fun. We got a decent amount of stuff done. It was crowded though.
Yeah, it really was.
It was crowded. The race, I think, really brought a lot of people in. Flight of Passage was a 3-hour wait. It was a 180-minute wait minimum. It was fluctuating between like 180 and like 220.
I doubt it was that long, but
Yeah, I have a feeling it was probably, I mean, especially right now if you went in right before it closed, it's probably really more like an hour, but it said a 3-hour wait, so it was long. But we ended up jumping on a few things. Dinosaur ended up only being like a 10-minute wait, which wasn't bad, which I thought was going to be way worse. It said 45 or whatever. And then Expedition Everest was basically walking on. We rode it a few times, walked around, saw some stuff, got some new ears. I don't know, we just had a lot of fun. So even though it was kind of crowded, surprisingly still crowded, but again, the race. So I'm not really looking forward to the next few days here at Disney because of the race. Maybe we'll go do Universal or SeaWorld. Try to stay away from the pack of people that are coming for the Run Disney event. Man, it's going to be crowded. So that's all we've got for you tonight. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thanks for joining us. Until we see you next time, the Noble Way.
it's the easy way.
Bye-bye, everybody.